Hello, my name is Monica Adrian and I am a Behavior Support Specialist with the Merced County Office of Education's Caring Kids program. We have created this DVD for parents, child care providers, and teachers so they can help children develop the social skills they need to reach their full potential both academically and emotionally. Examples and ideas you see in this DVD reflect my personal experience as a mother, as well as the newest research found on how children grow and learn. I believe the 10 big ideas in this DVD really work and can help improve your child's behavior and social skills, and it will make the time you spend with your children more fun and more rewarding. Big idea number 1 is to catch our children being good. If we pay attention to the things our children do right and praise them for doing them, they will do these positive behaviors more often. This is the best way to increase good behaviors. Our children should hear positive comments from us 4 times more often than they hear what they are doing wrong. This is harder for us as adults to do than we think. It is not the good behavior that usually gets our attention. Oftentimes, children will actually display unwanted or bad behavior because it is a sure way to get attention from adults. So, we need to really try to practice complimenting our children more often, and when we do catch them being good, it is best to use specific praise and tell the children what they did right. Watch as the teacher catches the children being good and uses specific praise.
Kyle, can I play with football? You on trade? Sure.
Oh, boys, I like the way you share your toys. Good job.
Miss New caught the children sharing nicely. Then she took the next important step. She praised them for this good behavior. This will make it more likely that the children will share again. Many adults wait until a fight breaks out between children before they do or say anything. When that happens, we're giving attention to children for their undesirable or bad behavior. Please remember, catching our children being good will increase good behaviors and decrease unwanted or bad behaviors. Big idea number 2 is to be careful not to accidentally reward unwanted behavior. If we reward unwanted behaviors, these behaviors will occur more often. Many bad behaviors continue to happen because they have been accidentally rewarded and because they have worked to get the children what they wanted or to get them out of doing something they did not want to do. When we give in to children's bad behavior, it may end the bad behavior right then, but by doing so, we really teach the children to try the same behavior again in the future. In other words, the bad behavior worked. Not giving in or rewarding bad behavior takes some practice. Many times we're in a public place when our child puts this to the test. We need to have a plan about what we're going to do when our children are doing unwanted behaviors. Watch as mom does not accidentally reward bad behavior.
I'm getting this.
You're not getting candy.
I want candy. I want candy.
Remember, I told you can get only one treat, and you already have a treat. Did you want to put this one back and get the candy?
No, I want both of them.
The rule was that you could only have one item. You already have the treat. I'm not going to buy you 2 just because you're yelling. Yelling is not going to work. And if you continue to yell, then you will not take home anything. I need to stop now.
I don't need the candy.
Mom did not reward her daughter's unwanted behavior. She did not let the yelling work. This will make it less likely that the child will try to use yelling again to get what she wants. Many adults may have given in and given the child the candy, especially in a public place. It is hard to hear the yelling, and it can be embarrassing. We've all been there. However, it's important to remember that every time we give in to unwanted or bad behavior, it makes it more likely that the child will do that behavior again in the future, because it worked. Big idea number 3 is to reduce unwanted behaviors by teaching our children a different behavior to do instead of the unwanted behavior. If our children are doing unwanted behaviors to get something they want or to get out of doing something they do not want to do, they need to learn a more appropriate way to get the same result. Watch as mom teaches her child a more appropriate behavior.
I want juice now.
Cooper, how do you ask for juice the right way? Juice, please.
Juice, please.
Thank you for asking nicely. You can have more juice.
Mom did a great job teaching a different behavior instead of letting the unwanted behavior work for the child. She taught him to use his polite words to get more juice instead of giving in to the yelling and letting that behavior work for him. So, Mom did not let the unwanted behavior work, and more importantly, she taught him a better way to get the same result. The child will be more likely to use his polite words next time to ask for juice because it worked and the yelling did not. Big idea number 4 is using Grandma's rule. Grandma's rule is requiring children to do something they do not want to do before they are allowed to do something they really want to do. Examples include having to do a chore before playing or having to eat vegetables before getting dessert. Using Grandma's rule sets up a structure that the children will get used to. It helps teach good work habits and helps children to understand that they earn privileges by fulfilling their responsibilities first. Watch as the teacher uses Grandma's rule.
Okay, kids, it's time to clean up. As soon as you clean up, we can go outside and do bubbles.
I don't like cleaning up, but I love bubbles. I'm gonna clean up fast.
There are so many ways to use Grandma's rule. It is a great way to motivate kids to complete tasks that aren't very fun. Kids are very quick to respond to Grandma's rule. The more we use it, the more our kids will understand that that's how things work. They will understand that completing responsibilities is important and leads to good things. Big idea number 5 is get better at giving directions. When we give our children directions, they should be clearly stated and we should give the direction only one time. If a child does not follow the direction, we need to have a plan to follow through with the direction we have given. Watch as Mom gives effective directions and pay special attention to how she has a plan about what to do if her child does not do what she says.
Desmond, dinner's done. Turn off your game and come eat dinner.
Come on, Mom. I'm almost done with this level.
Desmond, come now and eat dinner. Otherwise, you are not going to play with the games later.
Come on, last time I did it, I got in trouble and I couldn't play the games for a week.
Notice that Mom gave a clear direction using simple language, and when her son did not follow the directions the first time, she let him know that if he did not follow the direction, there was going to be a behavior penalty. He was not going to get to play his video games later. When giving directions, it is important to use simple language, give the direction only one time, and if the child follows the direction, praise him for doing what you requested. But if he does not follow the direction, it is important that you have a plan, such as telling him there'll be a behavior penalty, like no video games later, and make sure to follow through with that penalty. Big idea number 6 is to take care of ourselves too. All of these behavior management techniques work, but they work best when we adults are not overly stressed and tired ourselves. The best way to make sure that we can be effective when trying to teach our children to behave is to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves too. It is important to surround ourselves with friends and family that encourage and support us. It is very helpful to have other adults to talk to about taking care of children. It is very hard work. Sometimes we just need a break. We need to remember that parents' needs are important too. We need to find healthy ways to help reduce stress. When we are rested and calm, taking care of children becomes easier. We are better able to avoid conflicts with our children and better prepared to respond if the children are being difficult.
I need muck now.
Hello? Yeah. I gotta go. She spilled again. I know. I'll call you back.
These kids are stressing me out. I don't think I can do this anymore. Well, I need to remember parenting is hard work and I need to relax and not lose it. Maybe I'm trying to do too much at once. It is okay if I take a break for myself.
When we take good care of ourselves, taking care of children becomes easier. We are better prepared to avoid conflicts with our children and better prepared to respond when children are being difficult. Parenting and taking care of children isn't easy, but we hope that by using some of the strategies learned here today, it might be a more enjoyable experience for both you and your children. Big idea number 7 is to provide structure and routines. Both children and adults benefit from routines and structure. Routines give children a sense of security and help them to develop self-discipline. When children know what will happen next, they are more comfortable. If too many changes are happening in a child's life, whether big or little, it's very hard for them to feel not in control. Many times we see children who do not live with routines and structure acting out and doing things that are destructive and harmful. Kids need regular meal times, regular bedtimes, and routines that they can count on nearly every day, like a story before bedtime. Children who grow up in homes that have established routines and structure have an easier time getting used to the structure of school. It also gives them a good head start in learning how to organize themselves when they become adults.
It's 8 o'clock. Time for bed.
Can't we stay up a little longer?
Come on, you know the rules. First you brush your teeth, then I'll read you a story, then I'll tuck you in.
I know, Dad. I thought I'd try anyway.
All right, let's go. Hey. Did we get our teeth brushed?
Yes.
High five. And what do we do next?
Read a story.
Read a story. Guess what? I just happen to have a story. If kisses were colors.
Children will benefit from structure and routines that are easy to remember, yet flexible enough to change when necessary. This can really help keep families organized. When children know what is expected from them, they behave better and accomplish more. Routines eliminate power struggles and help children follow rules and become independent. Big idea number 8 is that all children need to grow up in homes that are safe, stable, and nurturing. When we hold, cuddle, rock, sing to, feed, kiss, or do other nurturing behaviors while caring for infants and young children, we are bonding with them and helping them to bond with us. How we interact with babies and children and how much time we adults spend with babies and young children is very important to their healthy development. Infants need attentive, responsive, and loving caregiving. This means that babies need someone to pay special attention to them throughout the day, like playing, reading, and singing with them. Babies also need their needs responded to quickly. This means holding a baby when he cries, feeding him when he is hungry, cleaning him when he is dirty, and cuddling and hugging him when he needs attention. All babies need to be taken care of by someone who puts the baby's needs first. Many of us have been told that if we do all of these things, then the baby will be spoiled. We want you to know that that's not possible. In fact, babies who get the most attention actually become the most independent when they get older.
I'm tired. It's time for your nap, Mama. Come on. It's okay. Just put you down. Okay, Mama's coming. I'm coming to get you, baby.
Babies and children need strong and loving relationships with their parents and other caregivers in order to grow up to be confident and well-adjusted adults. A baby and young child without positive relationships and early bonding experiences are at risk for many social and emotional problems. We need to provide safe and loving places for children to be. Children who hear a lot of yelling or witness or are victims to violence are less likely to be secure and more likely to have trouble in school and in making friends. Children who have loving relationships and have developed secure attachments with their caregivers feel safer and are more self-confident. Big idea number 9 is that parents are their children's first teachers. Most of what our children learn, they will learn from us. They will learn how to talk, they will learn how to get along with others, they'll learn how important education is from us also. They will always be watching what we say and do. So we need to remember to act like we want our children to act. It is not good enough to say, do as I say, not as I do. Children will do as we do. If we want our children to grow to be the best that they can be, we need to know what we can do to give them the right start. Here Here are some important facts. 90% of children's brain structure is developed by age 5. The first 5 years of children's lives are critical to their future success. A child begins learning even before he or she is born. Babies and young children need to hear lots and lots of words. The biggest predictor of children's academic achievement is the number of vocabulary words that they know before they enter school. Todd Risley and Betty Hart, in their 1995 book, Meaningful Differences in the Everyday Lives of American Children, found that children who heard the greatest amount of language when they were young had the highest achievement test scores, while children who heard the least amount of language had the lowest achievement test scores. Some research has shown that these language gaps are evident even when children are 18 months old. Some parents think there is no reason to speak to their babies and young children because they will not understand what they are saying. The truth is, by speaking to them more and as early as possible, you are setting the foundation they need to develop the ability to learn and understand more language. Our children need to live in language-rich environments. Reading is one way to do this, but there are many other ways too, such as talking, singing, and listening to music together.
So how was school today?
Fine.
Who'd you play with today?
Allison.
What'd you guys play?
Arctic.
Arctic? How do you play Arctic?
2 centers. Pretend they're in the Arctic.
Pretend you're in the Arctic? That sounds like fun.
Kids who have lots of conversations with their parents do better in school. We also need to try to reduce the amount of time our children spend watching TV, playing video games, and playing on the computer. We call this screen time. Too much screen time is not good for children and their development. These activities interfere with children's learning, and they interfere with healthy physical and social development. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that kids under 2 years old should not watch any TV, and that those older than 2 years old should watch no more than 1 to 2 hours a day, and that should only be quality programming. We are our children's best and first teachers. To help our children be the best that they can be, we need to take seriously our role as our children's first teacher. Big idea number 10 is to take time each day to let your children know how special they are to you. These years go by quickly. They're not easy years, but they are very special years. Your children are growing and making new discoveries each day. Enjoy these moments with them. Throughout this DVD, we have given examples of how to help our children grow to be healthy emotionally and socially. We've talked about attachment and bonding, and have learned about effective ways to help our kids behave appropriately. We've also talked about how it's important to take care of ourselves too. We know that by doing everything we've talked about, this will help our children grow to be the best that they can be. The more we can be consistent with these practices, the better off the kids will be. However, we know that there are no perfect parents and no perfect children. Just try hard to do the things you've learned and ask for help when you need it. All children need to know they are special to someone, and as parents and caregivers, we can help kids to feel secure, be their first teachers, and to support them throughout their development right from the start.
When looking for healthy food for your children, please remember Merced Organics.